The Ford Bronco Sport melds modern crossover practicality and retro SUV capability in a sharply composed, budget-friendly, all-terrain-ready compromise. What kind of vehicle is the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport? A small crossover SUV, the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport is also referred to as the Baby Bronco informally. In Ford's range, it falls in between the Bronco and Escape to strike a balance between those truck and car-like models. Subaru Crosstrek and Jeep Cherokee are competitors. It has genuine appeal in its retro appearance, is suitable for off-road adventures, and is calm and at ease on pavement. The Bronco Sport receives a TCC rating of 6.7 out of 10. What's new for the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport? Ford made changes to its trim range for 2024. Due to supply shortages, the previous base trim, which was hardly available anyway, was discontinued, and the Big Bend is now the entry-level Bronco Sport. That adds many $1,000s to the starting price. The limited edition Heritage Limited model from the previous year has been replaced by the mid-range Freewheeling Edition, which offers value together with inside upholstery and exterior graphics inspired by sunsets. Lastly, a new black look option adds darker trim to the Bronco Sport. The 2024 Bronco Sport exudes rough charm with its upright angles and robust cabin. While leather adorns more expensive trims, plastic and rubber are used extensively throughout the lineup as a utilitarian touch to withstand dirt and grime. The 181 horsepower Turbo 3 engine that powers base models is capable but doesn't seem very fast. These models also come with a basic all-wheel drive system and standard tires. A 245 HP Turbo 4, a twin-clutch all-wheel drive system with more durable hardware throughout, and off-road tires are highlights of the Badlands variant. Larger all-terrain tires and underbody skid plates are available as options. Although it has less passenger room than the comparable Escape, the Bronco Sport has superior seats and can accommodate roughly 65 cubic feet of cargo, with storage options including cubbies, bins, carabiners, and stylish mole straps. The Bronco Sport makes good use of its available space, but the noise from the tires and wind is loud inside. With good crash test scores and safety features, such as automatic emergency braking and active lane control, the Bronco Sport is a practical pick for a family vehicle. How much does the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport cost? The base Bronco Sport Big Bend is $32,825, with a hefty $1,595 destination fee included. With that amount, you can purchase an 8.0-inch touchscreen, roof rails, all-wheel drive, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and keyless entry. The $40,525 Badlands trim, which comes with a Turbo 4 engine, a more capable AWD system, and substantial off-road hardware, tops the range. 2024 Ford Bronco Sport styling. With its squared-off design and eye-catching features, it's both practical and entertaining. That's an 8. The Bronco Sport's SUV influences work well, despite its crossover roots. The large grille and blocky snout are adorned with powerful Bronco badging, which looks especially nice when the LED headlights are turned on. It's a very intelligent combination of contemporary technology and vintage cues. Although plastic cladding is common in crossovers, the Bronco Sport is one of the rare vehicles where it serves a functional purpose by shielding the corners and side sills from impact. The hood's peaks and bulges provide a clearer view of any impending impediments, and the split tailgate's flip-up glass is a clever nod to the classic, useful design of the past. Although the plastic trim in the cabin isn't very attractive, it's robust and simple to maintain. The base cloth complements the Bronco Sport's utilitarian characteristics better than the higher-end trims, which dress it up with leather upholstery. The new freewheeling variant gets special fabric with ombre stitching in a sunset-inspired palette. Easy to reach are the USB connections, wireless charging pad, and 8.0-inch touchscreen. 2024 Ford Bronco Sport performance. The actual off-road ability and turbocharged engines of the 2024 Bronco Sport make it an enjoyable option. The Bronco Sport's selection of turbocharged 3- and 4-cylinder engines allows it to easily tackle roads and terrain. Its interstate performance receives a 6 here, earning it a point. Although it's not very spectacular, it does the job. The standard trim's 1.5-liter Turbo 3 engine, which produces 181 horsepower, is sufficient. It skillfully manages the fine balance between efficiency and acceleration thanks to its 190 lb-ft of torque, and the 8-speed automatic transmission is a willing partner in that endeavor. The 2.0-liter Turbo 4 engine in the Badlands variant is rated for 245 horsepower and 275 lb-ft of torque. But with premium fuel, those figures rise to 250 horsepower and 277 lb-ft. It also comes with the same 8-speed auto. It works well for creating controlled lines across rocky terrain or stirring up dust on flat areas. All-wheel drive is standard, albeit there are a few variations in implementation. With a front-to-rear power distribution and 5 selectable drive modes: normal, eco, sport, sand, and slippery. The majority of Bronco Sport models, those with the Turbo 3 engine, have a rather straightforward AWD system, with a twin-clutch rear differential that can shift torque to either rear wheel as needed and driving modes for mud ruts and rock crawl. The Turbo 4 Bronco Sports get a more sophisticated setup. The Bronco Sport Badlands has a ground clearance of 7.9 inches and a fording depth of 17.7 inches. This is not as good as the large Bronco, but it is still better than most other small SUVs. Along with these features, it has hill descent control, softer springs, tuned front struts, muted rear shocks, and a front-facing camera that in certain drive modes displays obstructions. Choosing the 29.5-inch all-terrain tires raises the fording depth to 23.6 inches and boosts ground clearance to 8.8 inches. Moreover, choosing the optional skid plates is a wise decision. On pavement, the Bronco Sport offers a smooth ride and subtle steering feedback, but the interior is heavily exposed to road noise. The maximum towing capacity of Turbo 4 models is 2,200 pounds, whereas Turbo 3 models can tow up to 2,000 pounds. 2024 Ford Bronco Sport comfort and AMAP quality. Ford utilizes the space in the Bronco Sport well. 1 point is awarded to the Bronco Sport for its adaptable load area and reasonably supportive seats. The quality score is 6. There is a decent view of the road from the driver's seat. The majority of trim levels have a lot of plastic surfaces, manual seat adjustments, and perhaps firmer bottom seat cushions. For individuals whose adventures often involve some mud, the optional rubber floor and cargo mats for the Bronco Sport are a wise addition. Although the Bronco Sport's 36.9 inches of rear legroom is plenty for 2 tall adults, nobody will find the middle seat to be comfortable. Out back, there's 32.5 cubic feet of cargo space, which opens up to about 65 cubic feet with the rear seats folded. Ford fits the Bronco Sport with an adjustable cargo floor and an assortment of bins, shelving, pockets, tie-downs, carabiners, and clips. How safe is the Ford Bronco Sport? It's a fantastic choice for a secure car. It receives a 9, with points given for superior crash test results, driver aid systems, and clear vision. Despite an average 4-star rollover rating for SUVs, the Bronco Sport receives a 5-star overall rating from the NHTSA and a top safety pick plus award from the IIHS. Every Bronco Sport manufactured by Ford comes standard with blind spot monitoring, active lane control, automatic high-beam headlamps, and automated emergency braking, rain-sensing windshield wipers, parking sensors, traffic sign recognition, and adaptive cruise control with stop and go are among the available features. 2024 Ford Bronco Sport features. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport is an appealing deal because it comes with a ton of options and strong standard equipment. Even though Ford removed the entry-level Bronco Sport from the lineup this year, increasing the starting price by around $2,000, it's still a decent deal with a feature-rich menu. This one is an 8. The Bronco Sport lineup begins in 2024 with the Big Bend model, which costs $32,825 plus a $1,595 destination charge. It has an 8.0-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, all-wheel drive, and an infotainment system that is a generation behind Ford's, using Sync 3 rather than Sync 4. In addition, the Big Bend has roof rails, cruise control, keyless entry, an integrated bottle opener, and a tough, practical cabin layout. Options include rubberized flooring, a 10-speaker Bang and amp, Olufsen stereo, and an organizing system positioned on a track. What Ford Bronco Sport ought to I purchase? We would remain with the Big Bend and spend an additional $1,500 on extras like the cargo mats and seat backs that are rubberized, the cargo bags that are zippered by Mole, and the Ford entry keypad. The $35,325 new freewheeling variant has a cloth interior with ombre stitching, external stripes, wheels accentuated with red, and a silver grille. The Outer Banks trim adds heated and power-adjustable front seats, leather upholstery, a 6.5-inch digital display, a black roof, and 18-inch wheels with a black finish for $37,510. How fuel efficient is the Ford Bronco Sport? Yes, the Bronco Sport has comparatively good EPA ratings when compared to other small SUVs with all-terrain performance. The Turbo 3 gets a respectable 25 mpg in the city, 28 mpg on the interstate, and 26 mpg overall. The EPA rates the Turbo 4 models at 21, 26, 23 mpg. Thanks for watching.